Good evening. Welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I'm Mark. I am your storyteller tonight. The wonderful players have their fingers crossed because we are not sure if you can hear us because I always fuck something up. So we are playing
I can hear
RPG
it.
tonight. Woohoo! See, someone can hear us. It's wonderful. We're playing Die RPG. This is episode 14 of our campaign, Shattered Footsteps. We're missing Chris tonight. He has been working very hard for like the first time in forever. No more. He's working very hard and he's knackered, so he will be. He's making jokes in the chat, so obviously he's not too fucking tired. But he'll be back on Saturday for Masks. Now, the tip. And before I start going along, we'll just say to him, Ashleigh, you can kick us off again.
Hello, I am Ashleigh. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Selena the Godbinder, who's a bit of a wheeler dealer when it comes to interacting with the various gods of the world of Die, with a particularly close relationship with the god of death, because why the fuck not? And I will pass us on to Patrick.
Hi, I'm Pat. I use he, him, they, them pronouns, and I'm playing Paul the Neo, who is probably the first to fall down the trauma hole. And
First and
it's
furthest.
first and furthest, yeah. And it's been a long 3 weeks since we've been away, and during that time, my family and I got together and we sat around a table and admitted together that we had done wrong.
To whom?
That we admitted what we had done, but at least none of us voted for Brexit, and the two that did are now in a well. And I pass over to Thea.
Thank you. Are they in a well? No. Okay, I won't get into it.
The less you know, the better.
Yes, probably. I'm Thea. I also use she, her pronouns. I am playing Emma, the Loathing Knight, who has some issues with some bad feelings on occasion. Just on occasion, though, not all the time. Just teensy tiny bit. It's fine. Very excited to meet a book dragon very soon. Well, I guess we're in front of it, but we're about to. So passing it over to Michelle.
A wonderful film. We do need to do a genealogy, though, of the Bacon clan. I do. Chad, no, not Chad. What do you call him? That's in the distant future. Aye. And also in the Marvel game, there's going to be a Bacon.
What if they're all the one Bacon? And we'll actually discover over the course that this is actually the Bacon verse.
Yeah, or it's like, I'm just going to say maybe it's like Quantum Leap, and Frida is just hoping that the next leap will be the one to take her home.
Well, that means Bacon will never make it home.
But it is an alternate universe Bacon. It's not they're not all necessarily in the same universe. Shared property. Yeah. We're not giving Disney everything. Oh, fuck 'em, man. Fuck the mouse. Anyway, so so for a short recap, now that we know that Disney's going to take everything, and we are dying to our corporate overlords and that fucking mouse. last time, as they were making their way, trying to find their way to Joyland, they ran into some creatures made up of book pages, called themselves the Lewashi, book fairies. They told Emma that their dragon wanted a word with her. The dragon is a book. Fuck the maps. Yeah, sorry, I really shouldn't look at chat while I'm running away. That the dragon, a book dragon, wanted the word with them. They were attacked by some fallen, which were dealt with very easily, and they made it down into the what do you call it, the lair of the book dragon, and we left them just as they entered. And that's where we'll pick up. You all see this dragon, the dark, what looks like scales of its back and wings are the hardback covers of books. You can see underneath the pages as they ripple. The eyes are as big as was it Tolkien said? Eyes are as big as saucers. The teeth are made of metal bookmarks and look sharp as fuck. All around there are books piled everywhere. There are magazines, newspapers. You can see a couple of Kindles layered on top of each other. Just the books everywhere. There's no order to it. But this thing is really massive. Like the wingspan is. I'm terrible at estimating. So I think so. Each wing, if they were to unfold completely, would be like a bus length. The body is just a mass of books and pages, mostly black and white. In some places, see splashes of colour. There's bits you think maybe even look like there's pop out bits of books or pop up. And it looks at you all. They're on the other side. But you can pick one up. Actually, just pick up a Kindle. That's fine. The dragon's head raises and looks at you. The laugh that comes out is deep. The laugh that comes out deep, rumbling. Stories are stories.
I have to agree. Also, greetings, dragon. I think Emma will actually do like a proper bow.
That is the book dragon. And it is
Laughs
the
again.
most magical thing I've seen.
Yeah, this is amazing.
The head raises up and it roars, and as it roars, you see coming out the words roar in massive letters fluttering on black and white paper, disappearing into the air.
Yeah, Emma's like, wow. Just looking in awe.
Dragon coughs slightly, little bunch of paper come out. You see behind it other Lewashi taking books, restacking them, moving them around.
Are there a lot of books like are there books that are not comprised of the dragon, or is
Yes,
there
there's books everywhere.
Yeah, there's books everywhere.
Books everywhere. That's what I'm saying. The Kindles there doesn't seem to be any Kindles part of the dragon, but you've not like checked everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Selena's definitely just kind of looking around in like with interest and awe, much like Emma. Just like, wow, holy crap, this is a real thing that is right in front of me. And so she'll just sort of ask and introduce herself quite awkwardly and say, hi, dragon, how you doing? I'm Selena. Are these books, you don't hoard gold, do you? Do you have a hoard? And
what use is gold to a dragon?
I always wondered that.
Well, according to Tolkien, which I think I've seen several copies make up your back, it helps keep you cool from the heat in your belly. But, oh my god, are you seeing this?
But this is a dragon made of books. This is
I don't
amazing.
think gold is the best conductor for that.
Yeah, but you're. Oh my god.
I mean, this is literally something out of my own fantasies.
Literally.
We had a game, me and Willow.
It's more common than you think.
We made up a fantasy world. It was kind of like Narnia mixed with we had a book dragon in there. That's my point. That's really why I wanted to see this
But
in person.
It wasn't Terabithia, was it?
But think of what we could find out while we're here. How much stuff is this dragon going to know? It's going to know
Everything.
And we all
Potentially.
I think we all just kind of look at each other and nod,
Yeah.
and then look up at
You're
the dragon.
right. Finish talking about me. I have not needed a name for a long time.
And Paul just whispers, I hate that Fredo had the most common sense out of all of us to ask that question.
I do not mind. For the most part. Tessa sounds wonderful. I believe I have a couple of books by people called Tessa here somewhere, and it lifts a wing and shakes. You see books fall to the ground.
Sure.
A
Tessa the
pleasure.
book dragon.
Tessa the
The
book.
pleasure is really all mine and honestly all of us, I believe.
Quinn is sulking in the corner. Not even bother to look at it. Try to find some magazines. Find some FHM, Chris.
Books on.
Do you think someone's watching? Oh, you fool. You are.
But yeah, I don't mean to rush to it and everything, but because this is a huge moment and I really am in awe of you. But you wanted
And I of you, little knight.
Well, see, that's the part I don't get because how do you know of me? Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. You probably know a lot.
I know much. I know you have two names. Your real name and the name you think is your real name. But I will call you as you wish, Willow.
Wait, no, I'm not Willow.
No, not Willow, Emma, fuck.
I thought this was a plot thing.
Yeah.
No, that's me being stupid. The dragon's not stupid, the dragon's never stupid.
Okay.
Emma.
So Amani is what you're referring to, I believe.
Yes.
Which is what Willow called herself when she came here.
She did.
So you know all of this already.
I know some of it.
This dragon's gonna help us so much.
Will answer some of your questions before I make my request.
Good enough.
As a gesture of goodwill.
So you have a request then? That's why we were called here.
Of course. I need your help, librarian.
It'd be my honor.
We shall see. You all have questions, I take it.
I think we all look at each other and then just say yes in unison.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Wait. If it's limited questions, maybe we shouldn't ask every kind of question there is, Frida.
You may ask, time permitting. This is no spell of speaking with the dead.
Well, okay, sorry. Go ahead then, Frida.
Jeffrey Archer novels.
Laughs again. He hears the Jeffrey Archer novel comment. At one point, perhaps, yes. There is now much worse shit floating around.
Dan Brown.
But no, I have no need to eat, as it were. I'm fed on stories, on knowledge, and for a long time, that was more than enough.
God, if you eat knowledge, we're all safe then. There's barely a snack between us.
This is amazing. I'm just
Laughs again.
you're amazing.
I am amazing to you, as in your world, there are no longer those of my kind. According to the stories. That's the truth. Stories are often full of shit, and some stories hold some truth.
Do you have a map of Dai?
That is a difficult thing to obtain. I am the master of this facet. Much like your compatriots are the masters of this this instance of die. I can help you navigate my facet. The other facets are less within my control.
Let me rephrase then. Is there a map of Dai?
There most certainly is.
You said facet. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
You said facets. We've run into this multiple times. I think I've got an idea what it is, but it just seems. Is each continent or section of die the facet on a dice? The flat?
Quite astute, Master Neil.
That's so weird.
So the bit John took over. He shaped it because it was his facet to shape. That's why Necroerbis existed.
Yeah.
It
He was
existed.
given it by the master of the game. At that time, it was the one called Krieg.
Who's it now?
This is in flux.
Would that have been the being who killed my friend?
That being is a danger, but unfortunately unknown for the most part. And he coughs again, balls of paper come out and turn to ash and float up to the air.
Are you okay?
We will come to me in a moment. You have more questions to ask?
Oh, so many. See? I told you
Age
that
has
it would be worth it.
Age has its privileges. This is not my first instance of die, but it might be my last.
We were told that what was happening here in Die now would affect both worlds, our own and Die. But we were told that we would find out about it. But so far, all we found out about is the revolution and cults and murder. I mean, is there? How did our friends coming here start this threat? is it an actual physical threat with a physical enemy, or is it more of their prolonged time here?
You know little of what die actually is. There are thousands of these words, hundreds of thousands of them.
What?
Stories beget stories. Games are played now in your time. It's role playing games, and so that this fashions how these words appear.
Wait.
These
So
Thousands? Thousands.
Thousands.
so the people that we lost, the people who were pulled into die 20 years ago, they were not the first.
no, sure we have met them and we know the fallen are,
We know the fallen. Our previous.
but I think there's something where Tessa.
Yes, Master Neil.
Do the stories come from the worlds of die, or do the stories from our world shape the dies? Or is it in tandem? Is this where all art, every Shakespeare sonnet, every Rumi piece of poetry, every dirty joke sent into Razzle comes from?
No,
This time.
this is not the origin of everything. This is a meeting place of ideas.
Right.
I'd say it's more like Houston Station. From what
If you
you're
return to your world, you might find a comic book called Die. That might give you some background or foreground or
Wait, there's a comic book?
perhaps from your world, perhaps from another.
I do.
Me too.
We all have.
I told you all when we started this thing it would get fucking meta. You have no excuse.
Very much that.
No, I mean, like, you're dealing with abstract concepts such as storing creativity. It's going to get meta.
Mm.
It's the only way it can work.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I think Selena's kind of looking around going, so is our world, is Earth, was that written? Are we even real?
These are concepts that are difficult to understand. Yes, you are real.
Wait.
Where you're written, you all write your own stories. There are
Well, so-
things that seem more real than others.
Yeah, let's not get in. Selena, please. You don't. This can't be like some sort of Matrix situation or some sort of weird.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, if that's true, I don't know what to do.
Okay, fine. You're absolutely right. I shouldn't. Just it popped into my head, and now I can't get
But
rid of it.
it is a fair question. I agree. It's just.
But yeah, we're not here to discuss the philosophy of die. So
Right.
well-
that was one of my questions actually for you, gentle dragon.
Please, go.
So far, a lot of people have just given us riddles back of what our purpose here is. You're the first one who I feel can give us some sort of answer.
Riddles. I believe there's a term in your world, an NPC.
Yes.
Yeah.
NPCs do not have the knowledge to impart. They might speak in riddles in order to make you think of something, or because they do not have the correct response. What is happening here is something I have never seen. As I said, there are many thousands of worlds of die. Usually, when it's a story or a game, it creates a new one. The Fallen may stumble between the words. But each group gets to tell their own tale. And they call you a fool. I know, Frida. I have read your story.
So you know all of us.
I know bits of all of you. Which one?
She knows.
Okay, let's just narrow things down a little bit here.
Yeah, please.
What? I think we've all got questions about the people that we lost. What? You know my sibling.
I do.
What became of them? Where are they?
Jules, Juno, was able to barter with the gods better than any godbinder I have seen before. This caused her to perhaps have an inflated sense of her power. Not that she's not powerful, but she began to attract followers to her. She's across the sea.
Okay.
The town is called Juno, believe it or not. Sometimes hubris is. But she goes by Jules.
I used to call her. I used to call her Jules. Thank you.
She remembers you.
I mean, I'd hope so, but hopefully we'll be able to catch up in person sometime while
It is
I'm
something you
here.
must do. Something all of you must do.
We must
Otherwise,
catch
you
up.
will all go the way of your friend John, Master Neil.
So what happened to John won't necessarily happen to the rest of our friends.
I hope not.
You hope not.
As I said,
Me.
this creature, this entity is an unknown. It is
Well-
destroying die.
Let me tell you right now, if this happens to Willow, I don't know what I'm... It can't happen. I would assume Joyland, right?
She was, yes.
She was?
Joyland is fallen, I suppose you could say.
What happened to it?
The Order of the Void.
Oh, shit.
Not quite as you might expect. I will not spoil it for you, but you will see when you get there.
The ones we met at
The ones who
camp.
threatened me and the rest of us. Didn't want to fight, though, not until I was ready.
Well, if they wait until you're ready, I think they'll have a very bad day. And she smiles at Emma.
Emma smiles back.
And Tessa laughs again. Not laughs, but chuckles. I believe you're right.
I hope you're both right.
Not quite. I do not know why you are here. I do not know if you can all choose to leave or you need the original Paragons to choose to leave.
Wait, are you saying like we're here on some sort of mistake? Like we shouldn't be here?
No, we shouldn't. Callum brought us in against our will.
Oh,
Well,
you can't blame Callum for everything. Chloe had a hand in it.
Chloe. But Chloe reached out.
Chloe had a hand in arranging this. The fool found a way to, or thinks she found a way to save this world, and perhaps your own.
Where's Chloe?
I have not seen her in some time. She is running around playing the hero as she's done since she got here.
yeah, Chloe seems like the hardest one to pin down
Fools rush in.
and rush out.
I don't wish to be harsh, but you might not know her at all anymore.
It's been 20 years.
Yeah.
People do change, particularly if they're thrown into some big, terrifying, traumatic situation. People. I mean, Jules is going to be different. John was different.
Well,
Chloe
not
must be.
only that, Selena, all of them were given terrific powers. That's gonna
Yeah.
mess with your head, I think.
Yeah.
Power doesn't corrupt, it only reveals.
Not quite. Don't let Quinn fool you. The dictator's power is not as all encompassing as it might seem. She can only affect one person at a time, and even then she must be careful.
Oh, that's good to know.
She might also not want to advertise what she is in certain places.
Right.
Dictators are not always welcome.
But you said, wait, hang on. You said earlier that we should head to Joyland next, even though it's not as it used to be, and Willow is not there anymore.
She is no longer there.
So why would we go there then? I
To
want to go there to see
Because
Willow.
there's something you need us to do there, Tessa, isn't there?
Not I, no. But if you're trying to find her, going to the last place you knew she was might be of help.
Joyland.
Land.
It has. To rust and ruin. It is not a city.
It's a land.
It's a park.
Yeah. It's an amusement park, isn't it?
Yes. It was. Who's typing?
Me. Sorry, my bad.
It's okay. Thank you for
Look.
that.
Wait. I have many more questions still. it seems like you know a lot. Like I used. Well, I'm still technically a librarian. You know my real name. You know about our world, like a lot, like our past. You know everything.
Not everything, no. Some things bleed through. Some things don't.
Can you look to the other side right now?
No. That's
Oh.
not how this works. What do you wish to know? That's okay. I am not certain.
That is true.
Exactly. We
Oh,
can go later with that.
Well, if we can't,
Everyone's getting hung up on AI, but what we need really is a book dragon.
I am not too dissimilar. I am just do not claim the stories as my own.
you're a gestalt entity. You're a combination of books that have conglomerated so much together in such a magical environment that you now exist.
Well put.
I remember
Wow.
that episode. I remember that episode.
Yeah,
Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf.
Haven't seen it.
It was Jess and I's favourite.
It's so British.
It was. That in character, Paul saying, yeah, it was Jess and I's favourite episode.
Legion.
Well, I was just sorry. Go
You
ahead.
wanted to know something, Emma.
I guess I did.
What do you wish to know?
Well, it's just we've been here a little while now. I'm not sure how this works. If this is like, in certain fantasy fiction, when you enter another world, time works differently. Do you know if that's the case?
Not in this instance of that, I know.
So we've actually been gone then.
Yes.
For how long has it been?
Weeks.
About
Months,
3
maybe.
weeks, I think. Maybe a month and a half.
I'm really worried about my mother.
I'm really worried about my wife.
Your mother is heartbroken.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Did not turn up for a couple of gigs. There were newspaper stories about all of you.
We have to get back.
what
Yeah.
what did they? Is Jess waiting for me?
I don't know.
Wait, how do you know my mother's heartbroken then?
Because all mothers would be.
I guess.
You wrote stories for your mother when you were a child. She holds them every night.
That's how you know. Through the stories. Wow. Okay, wow.
Does it work the other way? Can we send a story
Yes,
back
yes. Could
into
we?
our world to the ones who love us or miss us?
It is possible.
I'll pay you whatever you need.
Don't, not in this place, make those deals, Emma. Even with someone as nice as Tessa, I think.
I do not believe that I can do it. If I could, I would do so for you in an instant. But my power is waning.
Well,
I'm dying.
And that might have something to do with, well, You wish to ask? You wish to give us a task?
Yes.
I need a librarian.
Well, I'm here.
Librarians care for books. They care for stories. Young book dragons are born from indices. And as I die, another should be born. And I would like to entrust the indices that I have to you, Amani, for you to foster and help to grow, to add books as you see them. You will have my entire library at your hands.
That's amazing.
It is.
But if we do this, we can't. How long will it take?
It will take as long as it takes. If you get the chance to go home first, I would not force you to stay.
Well, but you're possibly the last of your kind.
Not if you carry this out for me.
Well, then I will. Of course I will.
Don't be too hasty. There are elements of Dai that do not wish the stories to spread. There are those who hunt dragons, even in their egg form. There is the creature that seems to want to destroy all of it. And if it were to obtain my power, it might just do so.
So how can I protect?
When I die, all of this, and it looks around, all the books, the candles, and everything else, will fold into the index, which you will be given. The Leashi will pass away from this world. They'll move to other stories. Coughs again. In the paper, and you see words come out that articulate pain. The wings flutter a bit. But you have more questions, I believe. We
I think
still
Emma.
have a little time.
I think Emma sort of steps forward and sort of touches her like little gently the books and sort of
You feel
tries to like.
so high quality paper that's kind of coarse and thick but soft as well. And each of the sheets are folded just so that if you looked at the right angle, it would look as if there was no breaks in it at all. And you move just a little bit, and you see each of the little bits, each of the little pages folded like the most intricate origami ever. You thought the Leorashi were intricate, but the dragon is something else entirely. No, little fool, that would not help me. But the thought is appreciated.
We still have some time, right?
Not much longer. If you have more questions, ask them soon.
Okay. So I have this thing. She takes up Tyrant. It's gotten real weird lately.
Yes.
Do you know why? Do you know what I can do?
The emotion knights seem to be all having problems. But with your... Sorry?
Is that because of the void?
The Order
Order
of
of
the Void was never a major issue. Now they seem to be growing bolder. They're leeching the emotions from any they can find. However, Tyrant seems different. Could it be that you are no longer affected by the loathing as you were when you arrived? Much like Willow changed.
Well, you're right. I haven't felt it as much last 2 days, 3 days.
Speak with Tyrant. Maybe he will put aside some of that personality of his.
I will. Well, go on, the rest of you, if you have questions.
I have a question, but I'd like to ask it in private.
Oh,
Of course.
I'll wait until everyone else is.
I also had a sort of weird question.
I can leave you to it. I wanna get a good look at this thing so I can remember it. And I kind of step forward and also, gently lay a hand on its face and sort of say, I will. I would know you before what happens, and just kind of nods at the pair of you and walks kind of round the dragon because it's lying down, right?
It's lying down, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So if I walk down like behind where it's lying, so its back is facing me.
Yeah, you would be out of earshot as long as they weren't like shouting.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I'm just walking around with my hand out and just kind of touching and, leaning in to look at a particular book and just kind of really taking it all in.
You get to, as you're running your hand along, you'll get to bits where the pages or the covers seem brittle. Or you get to bits where the leather of the cover is cracked, and others where it seems quite fresh. The books you don't notice any like see stories of every kind, but you don't see anything you would associate with hate. None of there's no like manifesto things or whatever else. There's just lots of there's
No
non-fiction
Nietzsche.
fiction. Yeah, there's not necessarily it because it would depend. Like there would be no Hitler, of course.
I don't know. I mean, Nietzsche just generates.
No Daily Mail.
We could go, nah, I'm so great. Look at me. Sorry.
No, but that was a lot to do with how others interpreted these shit as well. I mean, not the fucking things, but it was the philosophy like that. Nothing that would be explicitly to harm others.
So I think Selena's kind of making a mental note of that as she's walking around.
Okay. Emma gives Paul a look and like nods at him.
Okay.
If you like a private moment, I can step out for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
And it feels warm, like not hot or anything, but it feels. Hi, Jeff. You feel like the heat as if there's as if it's living through the pages of it. Round about the neck, it's not the hardback covers. It's the the soft leather notebook covers. It's very big, thick leather, and the pages, big thick pages. The bookmarks dangling down from it, and you feel it expanding and shrinking as you hug it. I was going to say in Deutsch, umarm it. Yeah, exactly. All stories must end, little fool. A story without an end has no meaning.
Yeah. Emma gives another sort of very formal bow towards the dragon. I'll be back. Paul can have a chat first, okay?
Sorry, if you look in our chat, Jeff the Lollygaggers, and look at the emoji he used. That is Boars. Boars is amazing. And there's Stephen as well. Hey, Stephen.
Oh, that's cute.
Boars is awesome.
But yes, Emma will sort of excuse herself along with Frida. But she plans to head in after Paul is done.
Okay. Hi, Tessa. I wanted to ask you this because I feel that I don't want the others thinking that I'm clutching at straws at a time when none of us should be. Was that John I saw die in Necro Airbus, or was it something that just happened to be like a copy of him?
I'm sorry, Paul. That was your friend. People change as they grow older. And you said power reviews, that might be true. But it's not the only thing. He went the wrong way.
I just hoped, like his little echoes and the fake family he created, I thought that maybe something had replaced him, you know? You know, I loved him. In a way I don't think I could have said to, at the time I didn't know the language to say. Well, without getting jumped.
He loved you too.
Thank you, Tessa. He walks her away and just turns around and goes, "You're one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen." And leaves the lair and goes up to Emma. All yours.
You see the big eyes kind of blink. It's big. See when it closes over, the eyes are inkwells. You see the sort of light hitting off the liquid of the ink there.
Any author, any artist we know who's currently watching this stream, any way, shape, or form, draw this.
I'm gonna actually make an attempt, I think, because this is so beautiful and so evocative.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a go myself. I also suck at drawing, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel
not
this is worth an attempt, right?
This is worth
Yeah.
a commission, even. I might have commissioned an
I
artist.
also love the fact that you gave it the name Tessa. I think it's the best name for the dragon ever.
Yeah, it's a great name. Thank you very much, Michelle.
Well, little knight.
Yeah, Emma heads back in a little more timidly. Like she doesn't appear as brashing as she was previous, even if she wasn't really that brashing. Well, I really don't want you to despair, but
Stories don't disappear.
I know. I'm just you're really amazing, and but yeah, sorry, I had something I wanted to ask. It's kind of silly.
Ask away.
Does true love exist?
There are many kinds of true love.
I think you know what I mean.
It will exist for some, and for others it won't. And for some it will matter, and for others it won't. Paul truly loved John. Paul truly loves his wife. These things are true. A child understands love in a different way than you might. And maybe Willow understands love differently than you do.
She sort of turns a bit red and like looks down again.
What do you really want to ask?
I'm not even sure. I guess I just want to know if she still thinks about me. Maybe the way I think about her.
Willow tells stories of one she loved. She tells stories of you, Emma. But I don't think you are who she thinks you are. I think you are more a Manny than Willow ever was.
What do you mean? Like she made the money?
She made a Manny. Who was in her mind as she made a Manny?
I guess me.
That is why I say your true name is not the one by which you wish to be called. That is not the same for all the others here. But for you, I think this place is more yours than your home's.
Don't tell the others that, please.
And the last kind of roar comes out again, and you see the paper flap as it goes. And this time it doesn't end in a cough. You see underneath the roar, there's other words coming out like ha ha ha, so a throaty kind of chuckle and roar. Your secret is safe with me.
I know. Can I hug you?
Of course, little knight.
And she'll walk over and give a long, big hug.
You feel the same, the soft leather, the thick pages. The warmth is something. It's not blood, but you can feel something flowing through it. And you feel the warmth of it emanate out towards you. And the breathing in and out, and these big black inkpot eyes seem to be looking at you even as you're up close. All will be well, little knight.
I hope so.
You will save your friend Willow.
I must.
I'm certain. When I'm gone, Leila, she will give you the index. Within the index is every book that is part of me and every book I own. You may tap into them if need be, but do so sparingly. There is danger in some stories.
I understand. And I'll collect new stories to put into the index, right?
Exactly.
Well, it's my job. Easy.
And since you and your friend were so good as to give me a name, the final task will be to name my child before you set them out into the world.
Well, it seems Frida has a knack for these things. I might just ask her.
That fool is much wiser than she gives herself credit.
Yeah, I'm really starting to warm up to all of them.
Look after your dictator.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe except one, but yes.
There are some surprises in store for her, and she would require your help. There's a friend of hers, or a friend of her sister's, locked up here. I'll be sending him with her. His name is, you can feel the disgust dripping out, Pukey.
That's
He is
No.
bound to her, or rather to her sister, but he will not tell the difference. I would advise you not to let him know of the difference, or things could go awry.
very well. You got it, Tessa. So, what happens next? Are we to return here after Joyland, or?
You will go wherever your search takes you. If you can find Willow, maybe she can join you and help.
Yeah, but I meant for the index.
No. Anyone else want to say anything to Tessa before she goes?
I think Selena has kind of done a circuit around the prone body of the dragon, just massive. And by the time she gets back to the head, she's got sort of tears in her eyes. And like, I know my friends have already said this, but you are beautiful. And it's been an honor, a pleasure to have met you in this strange place. Strange how the most articulate, intelligent, grounded person we've met is a dragon made from books.
To me, that
God has
makes sense.
stranger things in store for you.
Well, I guess we'll have to look forward to them. It was a pleasure to meet you, Tessa.
And you, little godbinder.
And she tries to do the formal bow that Emma did a little earlier, but doesn't really do a very good job of it. But the effort is there.
At that point, the massive eyes take each of you in turn, and the wings crack out, and you hear all of the Laovarshi give a gasp or a scream, and the pages begin to petrify and crumble. Very
I think
slowly
we've-
falling. Sorry?
I think while this is happening, we're all like, and kind of getting hold of each other, like taking hands or hands on
I think
shoulders.
so.
And
I
stuff.
think so.
Quinn's like, oh, fuck you, it's boring.
Yeah.
Fucking riddle.
Quinn's
Just
probably
answer
called
any more
Tess.
questions. Sorry, Chris, I love you.
Quinn's probably called Tessa a cunt several times.
Yeah, probably. Can't tell me anything about my stuff. Yeah, can't. No, only joking. That is a very, very sad moment that you've all just remembered. It was me that wrote it.
So yeah, we're all kind of holding each other up as we watch this.
Sorry, Michelle. Yeah. So if you're looking, you see. So the dust jackets come off some of the books. The leather, you see cracks, hardens, starts to disintegrate. The paper all turns yellow as it raises its head one final time and tries to roar, and just blank paper comes out that falls to the ground. Then, with a clatter, the bookmarks fall, so clinking. The ink pots fall, and there's a mass of ink spreading out on the floor. And then a very large book with some little marks sticking out of it everywhere. The letters in it, so it looks like post-it notes. All of the books round about are gone. You didn't see anything happen to them. One of the Laovarshi, the taller ones, walks forward, picks up this massive book, and it shrinks in its hands. And it gives it to you, Emma, and bows.
Emma will bow too and take the book as gracefully as she can.
I hope your stories are good. Tessa's were brilliant.
They really were. Thank you so much. I'll do my best.
Be careful in Joyland. I hope you find your Willow.
I have to. I must.
With that, they begin to lead you out through tunnels that are beginning to crumble You can hear rumbles from places. You can see lots of these little book fairies picking things up, putting things together. Younger ones, you can hear them screaming about.
Can I ask one of the little book fairies if they've got a blank one?
Of course.
Just like an unfilled book.
Yes.
Okay.
You get it, and it's one of those sort of leather wrapped around it with the leather tie thing on it. About maybe 100 pages, very thick. It would be very expensive paper here.
Okay.
And you're given, with that, you're given a little inkwell taken from the dragon's eyes, filled up.
Oh.
Awesome. So I just look over at Emma and so I can make a quill, and she kind of adds the inkwell and the book to her pack, or puts it somewhere wherever we're carrying stuff, because I think this has affected Selena to the extent that's like, right, well, it's time for us to write down what we do and make sure the story's a good one.
Yeah. I'd love to have your story. All of our stories, really.
Yeah. Well, we do what we can, right? You look after your index.
Oh, with my life.
The index you can feel is, it's substantial, but you feel that it will never be too heavy to carry. It's there, and if you listen very carefully, you can hear tiny little roars, like not quite a roar, but like what I would imagine is a baby dragon, so trying to make the sounds that it would.
That's amazing. That's so comforting. I think she will keep it next to her like pillow when she sleeps from now on.
Osmosis.
Yeah.
And you're led out into the forest, much further than where you entered it. But your horses are now there. Joyland is less than a day's ride. Just follow the carrion birds.
Carrion bird?
And the fairy's gone. And I know it's early, but I think after the book dragging, we'll leave it there for tonight before we get into any fighty shit.
Yeah. Wow.
Sound good?
Yes, that was really nice.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Became a Don Bluth film.
I almost cried.
Yeah. Same, honestly. I was a bit like,
I was like a bit teary-eyed, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, but if I could draw, I would love to draw it. Just it's, I don't see things.
Look in the chat.
Yes, I just seen in chat.
Now
in
Discord. I just typed it in. I found it. Hopefully.
Ah, it looks awesome.
You folks at home can't see this, but we can, because we saw it in our mind.
That's true.
Yeah.
I assume it is. It's one I literally just found it online.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to take a stab at it, and I think Ashleigh will too. So
yes, yeah, let's do it. I mean, we've got 2 weeks before it needs to be handed in.
Sometime.
So, yeah.
I've just informed that my mic was too quiet, so next time I need to try and remember that.
Oh, okay.
Understood.
Great, sorry. Anyway, yeah, okay, we'll be wrapping this up because I'm all confused. Yeah, I hope you all had fun tonight.
Yeah.
This is Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I had a lot of fun. The Shattered Footsteps, our die RPG actual play. Fucking hell, I'm tired. Yeah, we will be back on Saturday with Massive Nylathotep, the first episode. We'll have our investigators all meet up in Peru. Yeah, so if you want to say goodbye, we'll start with Ashleigh again.
1 sec, sorry. I was just Googling a couple of prompts for how to draw a dragon. So yes, I'm again, Ashleigh and I can be found in a band, Saint Lucifer. We're on Spotify or on iTunes. It's black metal gay disco, and it is tremendous fun. And hopefully, we'll be getting out and about, playing some gigs over the summer. Gigs are a bit tricky for me as a wheelchair user, but I will find a way. And I also do a podcast called What the Trans, and next episode of that is going to be coming on Monday. I can't remember the date, but the Monday that is coming, and I will pass us over to Thea.
Yeah, this was great. I had a ton of fun. Might be even my favorite session so far we've done. This is amazing. Yeah, I don't really have any plugs like Ashleigh, so I guess I'll just hand it over to Michelle.
Michelle?
Is Michelle still here? Ah. See, there you are. That's true. You're full. Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Yeah. I'll clear my calendar. And last but certainly not least,
That I had a lot of emotions. That was magical.
I love Tessa.
I don't like that we're only meeting her the one time.
I'll need to see what else I can surprise you with. I shall do my best.
Podcast groundhog, prairie dogs.
I'll come up with something. That would be quite cool. So anyway, thank you very much. If you watched, give us a like, thumbs up, blah blah blah, a follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, join our Discord, which will be in the description on YouTube. Yeah, thank you very much, and hopefully see you on Saturday. Bye.
Bye.